Good evening. It's Brian Paragamian, Senior Trader, as well as co-founder for ProfessionalStockTraderLive.com. I apologize for getting on late tonight, but we had some technical difficulties, and I wanted to be sure that we got an update out this evening. So if you can't listen tonight, you'll certainly be able to listen before the stock market opens in the morning. Does it surprise you that the market dropped as much as it did here today? It doesn't me. We had talked about the Dow Jones Transportation Index breaking 2909. And before we get into that, Ben Bernanke, Geithner, they had nothing to offer the stock market. What they put on our plate was not very appealing. It almost makes you want to gag. I think they better get their house in order rather quickly, or we're going to have some serious problems, even more serious than we already have going forward. The one thing that Geithner did say is that made me very happy was, obviously not the stock market because we closed down 4.6%, was that rather than bringing something out, they brought nothing out today as far as the economic bailout plan. And that I would rather see than telling us something that is just fictitious. They're holding off, waiting until they come up with a very good plan. So we hope. Getting into what we were going to talk about just a moment ago, we talked about this here several days back. Below 2909 could danger loom, and we said we thought it did. We broke down below 2909, got down to 2865 on the Dow Transports. In theory, that is a Dow Jones sell signal. A Dow Jones sell signal. So it shouldn't surprise us, and we've talked about this for how long now, that we thought the Dow would come down and revisit the 74.49 area, the November lows. It doesn't mean we're going to do it on this straight drop. In fact, we'd be surprised if they didn't show some type of rally effort tomorrow. But let's not get excited because you know the market's going to be met with sellers, and more than likely we're heading down towards 74.49, and we're probably taking those lows out, heading down towards 7,000. So what we may have building here is a big wall of resistance up in this 9,000 zone. And that's certainly what it looks like it appears. I still think over time we are going to have a sharp bear market rally, but it apparently looks like it's not going to happen just yet with all the uncertainty surrounding the bailout plan. So that's on hold for the time being. So what do we do with the stock market? Well, oil again closed down on the day over $1.50. Right now we see it trading up 65 cents here in aftermarket activity. Gold closed up over $20 an ounce, $22, $23, $24 an ounce. We're showing it up $24.60. This is including aftermarket activity. And these numbers are a little skewed because we're including aftermarket activity, and we're here late in the evening doing this recording because we want to bring it to our members. So again, the Dow closing down 382 points. The safe haven was gold today. So that leads us into our first idea, AEM, Agnico Eagle Mines. The stock was up earlier in the day, several dollars before retreating because the market continued to be heavily sold in the afternoon hours. And here's a stock that came right down to its 20-day moving average, bounced. It slightly closed above the 200-day. And let's take a look, though. What makes this very interesting for tomorrow is look what the stock did here late in the day as we switch over to a 10-minute. I never saw it get quite this low, but it must have because that's what we're showing here, 51.76. It rallied all the way up to 54. Very nice rally late in the day, despite the Dow closing down 382 points. And if we make a comparison as to what the Dow did here late in the day, we'll see that the Dow had a slight comeback as well. But look, but not nearly the comeback that AEM had. So we like the tape action here. The Dow rallied 75 points off the low roughly, and AEM rallied $2. So we like the fact that it showed signs of rallying here late in the day, actually rallied 2.25 off the bottom. We like that there, and we think this is a spot to look forward to getting long into early morning weakness tomorrow. The other stock we're going to take a look at is Big Lots, which is a retail stock. And believe it or not, this stock here has a pattern that's very favorable. And let's go ahead and load it up right here for you. If we can find it here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just load it this way here then. Let's take a look at it on the stochastics here. We can see that it is getting a little bit overbought up in here, but we are on a strong buy signal. We aren't seeing any rollover activity on it. But if you look at it on the charts, a nice basing pattern. The stock is, it has been up 5-6 days in a row with higher highs or I should say higher lows. Every day we almost put a higher high in except for this day here. So we are cognizant that the stock is on the overbought side. But as you look here, through this 15.5 area, 16 area, the stock looks like it's on a firm breakout, and we'd be looking to be a buyer of this stock into early morning weakness. The stock acted great today, closed up 2 cents, but this is one that we would put on our long side radar, and we'd be looking to get long this into weakness. Again, let's be patient in letting things set up. We never like to chase anything to the upside. So again, patience is a virtue when you day trade. We don't have a whole lot to add. We just think the stock market is in trouble and in time is heading down to test out the lows in the 74.50 area. We apologize again for bringing this update to you late, but we wanted to make sure that we got it to you. Have yourselves a great late evening, and we'll see you in the morning. Cheers.